Hey guys, King of Trials here to be your judge, your jury, and your analyst. And today I bring to you the best team statistically for Open Great League, clocking in at 564. This is Trevenant, Drapion, and Basti. Ew. Yeah, ew. I hate it when Basti reaches number 1. I mean, it's only 8 points above the Nidoqueen Double Dart team, but still, you never like it when Basti makes top. Because actually, Basti made top, and okay, so Basti's number 1, Nido Double Tark is 2, and a Charmer made number 3. So you're telling me statistically, when you put all the combinations together, the top two out of the top 3 are tap teams? This is the state of the game right now. I wouldn't blame you if you stop going after Legend, or if you just start, yeah, it's bad. Plus, Scarlet and Violet's coming out in like 2 weeks, so enjoy. I actually have to get my copy still. I have to reserve in GameChops, so I make sure to go. But before we get started with the most powerful team, here is going to be my therapist mental health tip of the day, and you can skip this way on 2 minutes ahead, or you can go straight to the chapters. So this is about gratitude. So why does gratitude matter? Well, as you see, I am wearing a wrestling shirt. This is this really cute one that I bought in tournament. I was like, okay, I have to have that. It has my name on the back. So, fun fact, I started coaching wrestling again this year. I'm a mental health therapist at one of our elementary schools, one of our junior high schools, or middle schools, and now for the high school. That's literally like 5 to 7, like literally 5 minutes away, or the corner from where I do therapy for my 2 schools. And being grateful, now for this year, I am doing all 3. I'm working from literally ages from kindergarten all the way up to high school. So all the way up to being seniors in high school. So I have the whole trifecta right now. But being grateful matters a lot, and take a look at this icon Psych Central. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to coach again. Grateful for you. Grateful for my clients being okay. All of them are okay right now. Grateful for having a job I really love. I love the fact that I work for the school district, and I'm part of the first wave of mental health therapists for the school district, and to prove and show that we are worthy and worth keeping around as a team. And I get paid a lot, by the way, so I like it a lot. But yes, that's why you haven't seen me streaming, but you know, I'm very grateful for this opportunity again, and grateful to be, that's why I'm changed, because I'm going to a party. So grateful for all of it. Gratitude matters. Negative or unhelpful thoughts and patterns may contribute to mental health conditions, and being grateful, or remembering being grateful, is very good for your mental health. When you find even 2 or 3 things that you got going good right now, a lot of the bad stuff stops mattering a bit. So take a look at it, read this article, really great for you. And this is the most powerful team for Open Great League as of right now. And without further ado, let's get started. God, that tongue toucher was bad. All right, here are the battles. As I mentioned, I kind of don't like Bastiodon, and we get one of the worst. I mean, as a fellow Shiftry connoisseur, I appreciate you, but at the same time, that's a terrible lead for us. Drapion's your save switch. Drapion save switch is still really good for what it's worth, even though it's been out forever. And yeah, it's literally been out forever. I think we got a Skarmory thrown into us, so you're just gonna straight Aqua Tail. What's really interesting is that Aqua Tail versus Sludge Bomb, or like Aqua Tail Sludge Bomb, is like a good argument. A lot of times what will happen here is you depend on the crunch debuffing, which I kind of don't like, because when it doesn't work out, it kind of sucks. And as you see here, we don't get the debuff. But I want to win Switch, so I'd rather have Bastiodon on that Shiftry than, of course, Trevenant. Trevenant can do some big damage if you're able to hit Shadow Ball, but at the same time, it's already really rough to begin with. When you have a Bastion-led team, if they happen to have a fighter in the back, you're basically dead, or a G-Fisk. Actually, G-Fisk breaks your back row pretty hard. Double Earthquakes will suck a lot. Even though Aqua Tail with Shadow Drapion might be a little better for this comp. However, this is the exact comp that made it. My opponent undercharges like a G, and actually makes it to where they're able to get 1 little extra air slash worth of energy. But it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to send in Bastion. Bastion is just going to sponge everything this Skarmory has to offer. And then we have a Trevenant, then Bastion that has to deal with a Shiftry. Shiftry is going to take still a decent amount of damage from Flamethrower, so they don't want to send Shiftry in. So their back row happens to be an Azu. Fun fact, remember I told you about if their shields are down, Shadow Ball does big damage? Well, guess what? In this instant, Shadow Ball, because we took him to the zeros, can actually nearly KO or outright KO this Shiftry. So as you see here, Shiftry takes big damage. All I have to do is commit one shield. One Shadow Claw will be able to take this thing down. I'm expecting my opponent in top left because you ain't taking out the Bastion and a whole freaking Shiftry, a whole Trevenant full of energy. Especially if that Azu isn't carrying Hydro Pump. Well, it doesn't really matter anyways because C-Bomb damage does a decent chunk against the Azumarill. And this is a terrible lead. Bring on the terrible leads. We had Talonflame, of course, Drapion safe switch again. And now we're going to have to go ahead and try to break the unholy crap out of this poor Talonflame shields using Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail is able to do half damage despite the fact we're not using a Shadow. Drapion's attack is still pretty dang high. And as you see, I'm going to eat the first Flame Charge. It does a lot of damage. And I fire at this terrible interval. What I should have done was fire one or two more Aqua Tails, and that's actually going to cost me switch. I'll be able to take both of my opponent's shields, but still, that really sucks because I might have been able to get to another. Aqua Tail had I not fired on bad timing. However, I have two shields. So, when you have two shields with Bastion, it's pretty dang good. And this poor Talonflame is about to eat rocks. And because of the fact that Bastion rock resists both fire and I double resist flying here, your opponent's kind of like, oh crap, what do I do? So I send in Trevenant and we get a jump bluff at the same time coming in. And my brain is like, well, this kind of sucks. Kind of wanted to have Bastion on this thing, but this is actually okay. Because in this instance, they're down shields and I have two shields. So I'm going to ball out, literally ball out. Ball so hard that your Elo will never find you. They shoot an Energy Ball, which is great on them because Energy Ball costs less energy than Acrobat, and at the same time, it's less energy, and now they're gonna Acrobat me. The reason why I pause is because the Acrobat animation is one of the most disrespectful things in the universe. This thing throws its body at you, and you literally see most of your HP, if not all your HP, actually disappear from the face of this freaking Pokemon planet. Shadow Ball goes off. That little bit of extra energy, though, matters. As you saw, I overcharge a little bit with Trevenant just so that I can Shadow Ball this Gregas. Trevenant 2 Shield be sweeping our opponent's souls. We send in our freaking Talonflame and drop one last giant boulder in front of its face. Go Battle Like takes its goal because it has no idea how to work or how any idea to process any W's to be given with. It'll take W's from you. But you know what's funny? The only thing that actually works in Go Battle League 100% of the time is the top left button. The only thing that works 100% of the time and never failed in Go Battle League is the top left button. In all seriousness. We get a Hypno onto Trevenant. My brain is like, what the heck? Really, dude? I'm like, what? What? Fun fact, Tripno isn't actually a bad mon. However, Hypno fell off a lot because there is Sableye. Literally Sableye. Sableye, yeah. Sableye loves you. And just Sableye, let's see, Trevenant being one of the most popular Metamons, made Hypno essentially obsolete. And as you see, I'm C-bombing, baiting the holy crap out of my opponent. They decide to stay in with Hypno, which has me kind of scratching my head as to why, because I'm gonna actually let my Trevenant go here. I'm not gonna shield. There's no point in keeping alignment, and I want to get a little bit of extra energy on Drapion because I can get at least 2 poison fangs, poison jabs worth, or poison stings worth, as you see here. And we get Azu. Okay, this sucks. This is why Sludge Bomb is like kind of, well, the reason you want Aqua Tail is because of those G-Fists out there. But if you don't get the debuff with Crunch like you see here, it really sucks. And also, I have no idea if this Azu's rocking Play Rough Hydro Pump or Play Rough Ice Beam. So I'm going to try to get that information out of them right now. And sadly, all I know is they have Play Rough. So I'm hoping it's Play Rough. If it's Play Rough Ice Beam, we have a shot. But for some odd reason, 2 of my Crunches do not debuff this freaking Azu. It would have been really great to get at least 1 debuff. Because the damage is adding up already, but you know, freaking, can I get a debuff, please? And no, I'm unable to get the debuff. They send in Umbreon, and as you see, my lightning fast reflexes summon my Bastiodon, and this is already game over. So the thing about it is, Bastiodon has a, okay, so actually, Umbreon is actually a lot better than Bastiodon in this sense, if it has an energy lead. However, Bastiodon is so godforsakenly tanky that you can actually, you win the 1-0s pretty handily. And I still have that Azu's nearly dead. So there's not really a lot of chances for you to live right now, dude. Stone Edge is going to go off. You want to go Stone Edge because you get the same type of attack bonus. And this Umbreon is just trying to survive. It's literally trying to just survive. I go on my 4 legs, and this is why I hate Bastion, because, oh my god, this match is taking a really long time. Bastion matchups always take forever, unless you have, like, that dominant matchup that they like the top left. If they don't, then it becomes a really long day like this one. And then you have to do a lot of filler. Freaking Wallface, man. My Bastiodon, as much as... I'm surprised my Bastiodon... If Pokemon had feelings, my Bastiodon would be pissed at me, because all the shit talk I say about Bastiodon. Literally. I can expect Azu to come in at one point, and here it comes! There's the bunny. The problem is, your Azu is so freaking hurt, it doesn't really matter here. So all I'm going to do is, I'm going to eat this Play Rough and save my shield for Drapion, farm down this poor Azu, and then I'm going to have enough energy to Aqua Tail that poor back row, and that's GG's. Even if Umbreon had a move, I have a shield, and when I win CMP, so it doesn't really matter. Aqua Tail goes off. I could have shielded that Azu, but I just elected to do it the other way around just because this was a safer win condition. Always go for the safer win condition. Don't make things harder than it has to be for you. We got Stunfisk on the Trevenant. Now, this is actually kind of terrible. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Trevenant versus G-Fisk actually isn't a super terrible matchup. It takes only 3 Rock Slides, 2 Rock Slides to be exact, for G-Fisk to kill you. And it takes you to have to actually Shadow Ball through Shield, or you actually have to get a Shadow Ball through Shield if you're going to win the G-Fisk matchup in the 2 shields. Shadow Ball goes off, so they call it. And this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Freaking pancakes, man. You know what? IHOP pancakes are really good. Also, if you went to Cracker Barrel, that's like more in the east side of the United States, that place is pretty dang good as well. But the pancake, the flip-flop, the chinela, the chinchilla, whatever you want to call it, is incredibly powerful. And I'm hoping to beat that second shield with C-Bomb, and I am unable to, which really sucks. I'm going to shield here to keep alignment, and I'm just going to farm down here. As you see, you have to get a Shadow Ball through shields. You could try to straight Seed Bomb. I Seed Bomb here, and then I'm going to hope and just keep alignment. So, as you see, Seed Bomb goes off. We take out the G-Fist, and now I'm in the 1-0. I'm in the 0-1s, which kind of sucks. And my opponent has a Trevenant. So my brain is like, okay, this is kind of terrible. Actually, this is really terrible. I'm going to send in Drapion, and then I'm going to attempt to try to crunch. If I crunch, I might be able to crunch Aqua Tail bait here. That's my play. Shadow Ball goes off. It doesn't kill, but as you see, that does a decent chunk of damage. So my job here is I'm going to have to try to break that last shield. I'm hoping take that last shield and Bastion can somehow win our back row, and it happens to be a Azumarill, which really sucks. The thing with Azumarill, I try to catch an Ice Beam here. Here's the thing. If Azu doesn't have Hydro Pump, this is game. So I get my energy back, the Ice Beam, and then my opponent is going to play this game where we're going to literally... Oh my god, this is so annoying. Oh, I'm yawning just like freaking looking at this. No, seriously, I'm yawning just like looking at this freaking matchup, man. No, seriously. Like, it's Hydro Pump too. So you have Hydro Pump. Here's the funny part here. I still actually win this match. It's freaking hilarious how this works out. So as you see, Ice Beam, then Hydro Pump. This Stone Edge is going to go off. And they actually let go of their Azu, which was actually a big mistake from them. So because my, okay, so because my, I think about, okay, I thought about quitting for a sec, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like, you know, I have a win condition here. If I bait you here, I can kill you with my freaking crunch, and I wouldn't die. So, don't give up. It ain't over till the fat Snorlax sings, yo. As you see, yeah, I thought about it for a sec. And you know what? I was like, you know what? There's a win condition. And so, I can't believe that works. If I didn't get the bait, I definitely would have lost that. For our final match here, we got Bastiodon switched into this poor Alola Marowak. Here's the problem though. Alola Marowak has Bone Club. Bone Club is double super effective against you. And Bone Club is actually very cheap when it comes to energy. So you can't actually just farm this thing down outright without being in danger. Unless you have like a level 50 Bastiodon. But yeah. So... Blow Clubs are going to go off. As you see, this damage is starting to add up, yo. So I have a choice. I can either fire Stone Edge early and take out this Marowak, or farm it down and expend a shield. I choose the latter, and I'm going to take him out with the earlier and use Stone Edge. Get stoned. No, don't get stoned. No, seriously. I mean, it's healthy, but unless you are the age of 18 and you are in a state which legally allows you to sip marijuana, then yeah. Yeah, don't do it. Don't get stoned. I'm going to wait out the timer a little bit here. We had Trev into Medicahm earlier. However, Trev with a little bit of energy lead. Medicham's actually a little scary because Ice Punch actually does a decent chunk of damage. As you see here, they're going to Ice Punch me. And Ice Punch literally takes out like 30%. I don't know why it does that much. And then we get Sableye on a Drapion. This was kind of RPS. No, it was really RPS. The thing about it is, Sableye has to return you. If I get the debuff with crunches, then I can just straight Aqua Tail. And they do! We got the debuff. We got the debuff. We got the debuff. I finally get the debuff for the first crunch after a bazillion years. And I don't shield here, but also I noticed that the Sableye isn't purified. 4 poison stings for 1 Aqua Tail is obscenely overpowered. And these Aqua Tails are just going to add up. Opponent sends in freaking Medicahm. Here's what's the worst thing about Medicahm. If I crunch you and I debuff you, these Shadow Claws are going to add. Basically, we're just going to fast move them down. My opponent will take their... Yeah, and you're really trying to take your shields to the next dimension. So I have 2 shields. All I have to do is Shadow Claw down, and this is game. You fire no charge moves here. And I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. This was pretty crazy. I still hate Bastiodon to oblivion. And, you know, this is a very rock, paper, scissors team. But, you know, we just sent our opponent shields to the next dimension with 2 shields. And that's what happens when you got Basti. So, bye-bye, Basti. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. And, yeah. And that's game. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles and all the Basti smackdowns and disrespect. Fun fact, if your Azu is not... I can't believe I won that last match because if Azu... What they should have done was just go straight Hydro Pump. If you go straight Hydro Pump, you would have had a lot better chance of winning over there. But instead, you fired Ice Beam. I don't know why. That or they like misfired. Or they fired the wrong one. I don't know. But you know what? I still had an extra shield anyway, so it didn't matter. So... That didn't matter anyways, but yes, Azu's Basti does beat Azu. Doesn't beat it hard, but if you have Play Rough Ice Beam, it is bad, and you actually lose all scenarios, I believe. Unless you have a Hydro Pump. So with that being said, I hope y'all do enjoy this team. It's very tap-tap-ish. I hate Bastiodon. I hate tap-tap teams. I really do. But 1 out of 3 is tap-tap teams. So, again, this is the state of the game right now. If you don't like it, it's okay. We got a brand new cup coming around soon called the Little Jungle Cup Remix. You might as well just remix everything at this point because it's starting to get old really quick, yo. And it's kind of nuts because there's gonna be a huge struggle. Go is not evolving. It's staying very stagnant and they still can't fix it. The push towards raids is obvious. And Niantic is really trying to dive into getting as much money as they can off of profits. And then you got Marvel coming next year. So I don't know. Maybe I'll dig into Marvel because I'm a big Marvel fan. And you know what? Marvel AR gaming might actually work. Because Marvel is one of the most popular franchises in the world right now. And it's overtaking Pokemon. Because a lot of people can... My average kid could probably knows about Iron Man. Or Captain America. Or the Avengers. Not Pokemon. Even though I have kids that like Pokemon. But I have some kids that don't like Pokemon. So most actually don't like Pokemon. A small batch of them like Pokemon. A large batch of them don't play Pokemon. So just putting that out there. So Pokemon is not the franchise it once was. And sadly it's getting phased out. Unless Nintendo stops being super greedy and decides to actually give something back to their players. No, seriously, their fan base. It's not all about the money. But for them it is as of right now. But anyways, do me a huge favor. Please like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. And then I'll be expect Little Jungle Cup Remix content to come out pretty soon. And then Willpower Cup. And then we got a brand new season. We're going to do the whole thing all over again. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets. And I will see you guys on the next video.